Alright, good morning. We are here with a tutorial on doing Fusion on Your Own CAD assignment number 8. That's one that you got for a sub, and so I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how to do that. We won't spend a lot of time chatting about things. Let's bring up our schematic here. And if we're looking at this, in my opinion, the best way to draw this is if I kind of think about this way as the front view, drawing these wings out here and then being able to pull the back out. I can add this on later. Pull this tab out the front, can add that on. Pull that out from the same drawing, all that kind of good stuff. And so this point right there is where I'm going to make my origin. Okay, so let's go over to Fusion. Turn on a new window, and I'm going to save this right off the bat. Fusion on Your Own, number 8, and throw a name on there. Alright, and so we're going to start in the front. We're going to create a sketch. Whoops, I can tell already that I am in inches, and I want to be in millimeters. Okay, and so now we have this first square is 26, and then it goes 34 on both sides. And so what I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. I'm going to draw it up here for now. And I want this rectangle, so I'm using the coincident on that. And then I'm going to dimension from here to here. And I want it to be a diameter. Oops, I did that wrong. So I want a dimension from here to here. And right click. And why is that not working for me? So let's do it this way. So we'll do that again. We'll do it kind of the hard way. So from here to here, we know we want it to be 13. And from here to here, we also want it to be 13. So that's 26, right? So that's that right there. And then it's going to be 16 high. All right, so that's that middle rectangle. And then we have, we go out 34, and then up 9. I'm going to hit L for line, 34, and click, and then 9, and click. And now I'm just going to go somewhere up here on an angle. That's for this point, and then I'm going to tie it back into this. And I'm going to use constraints to get it the way I want. So I want that line vertical, and then I'm going to dimension from here to here. I think was 15. Yep. And so now that's set. And then I'm going to hit the line tool again. I'm going to make a construction line. And I'm just going to go to the top of this shape right there. And I'm going to use that to be able to mirror. Well, I want to copy this, 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 and this. Mirror line. That construction line. Hit OK. So now we've got kind of this drawn. Now we need to draw this part back here, and so that's 35 wide. So from here to here is 35. I'm going to start it somewhere on here. Oops. Turn off my construction. I'm just going to go straight up, straight over, and then straight down. And now I'm going to grab my dimension tool. See if I can make it work this time. Darn thing's giving me trouble. There, we got it to work. That's not going to do what I want. We'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way again. So dimension, I think we said this is 35. Yep. And so then from that line, origin to this, we want to be 35 divided by 2, and now we've got that set. And really what we need to do is we need to go up 6 and then 10 more with 2 lines. So I'm going to draw in another line in here across there, and then I'm going to dimension from that to that is going to be 6. And from that to that is going to be 10. And so now I'll be able to pull this back all the way that I need to go. So we should be all set here. Alright, so let's start doing some extruding. Finish sketch, E for extrusion. We're going to start pulling this stuff forward. All of this is going to come ahead. Actually, let's go forward 17. Alright. And now we're good there. We got to bring that sketch back to life. And now we're going to extrude just that surface. 17 plus 44. 17 plus 44. And we don't want to cut. We want to join. So we change that. And now we've got this tab coming out that way. And now we can do some of this other stuff here. So we need to, number one, have both of these come up flush to this surface here. So let's do some extrusion of this and this. And we can go to an object and just that surface and join it up. And so that was 17 if you remember. Now we're going to kind of spin this around. And so let's do an extrusion of just this piece now. We want it to come back this way. And that total is, so from the front face to here is 42. And we want it to come all the way to the back face. So I'm going to take it 52 to get to this back edge back here. So we want that to be negative 52, right? But we're forgetting that this right here, it's 52 from up here. So I need to subtract this measurement. Because I'm working with a negative. So to subtract from a negative, you have to use a positive. Alright, so that is good on that. And now we can hide this sketch. I'm going to turn my origin off because it just kind of gets a little confusing in there. Okay, so now we got some stuff to add. Let's add this little 10 by 10 surface back here. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to create a sketch. It's going to be a rectangle on this corner to this edge, and then I'm going to dimension from here to here. Whoops. I'm going to dimension from here to here as 10. Finish. And extrude that up. And that goes 10 up, and that's joining. So now we've kind of got the basics of this object. I know we got to add a hole in this little kind of half slot here, and then we've got to add this fillet, and then we have to add this kind of goofy thing up here. So let's go with this challenging one first. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a little access right there. Okay, so that's going to be a construction line in the middle that's right there. And then we're going to draw this line, and then we're going to do a rotation halfway around. Okay, so we're going to create a sketch up here. And we want that right at the midpoint. Construction line. Midpoint to midpoint. Alright. And then we need to just continue with our line tool. And now we're going to draw it somewhere over here. And then we'll add some dimensions. So it says that in here the radius, so from the center point to here, that radius is 8. And so that's just going to be a dimension like this for me. 8. And then from the center out to this point is then going to be 13. So it doesn't really give us an angle, but it gives us the measurements. And then I know that that's going to be what I want to rotate around. I may need to, let's just be sure. So I'm going to hit line. Instead of making that just a construction line, let's make it a solid line so that this is a surface. I don't know if I needed that or not in terms of the rotation, but now we have it if we need it. Okay, so now we're going to revolve, and the profile is this, and the axis is that. And we want to do a partial, so let's just try going 180. Perfect. Goes around, joins up, and so there's that little flange on the back. Let's do some of the easy stuff here. This is going to get a 8mm radius on this fillet. Alright, now let's do this hole right here. So I think I've already got a sketch going that was on that surface. So in that sketch I can open that number 2 back up. We're going to draw a circle. It's going to be in the center, 20 diameter, and it's going to be 12.5 up. So I'm just going to draw it off to the side for now, and I'm going to say that I want that vertical with the origin. And then I'm going to throw a dimension from here to here on there of 12.5. And then let's dimension that actual circle, and that's going to be 20. And wake that up, extrude that, going down, going down through, hit OK, and then we can hide that sketch again. And now all we're left with is this little area up here. And so that's going to be a radius of 9 right in the center, and it's going to be located, the center point of this arc is going to be 25 in from the end. And so I'm going to create a sketch on this surface, and I'm going to do a point first. So I'm going to hit search, we're going to create a point, and there we go. And now I'm going to move that point around. Okay, so I want that point right vertical from the origin, and then I want it from this bottom edge 25. Alright, cool. And now we can create an arc. We're going to do a center point arc. And go out, take it around 180 degrees. That's good. So now let's get our dimension that. It's going to be 9. Alright, and now let's get our line tool and finish this off. Totally vertical. As long as that says tangent right there, we're good. If it doesn't, you're going to have to use the constraint to make those tangent. Tangent, tangent, good. And that gets pressed down 12 millimeters. So finish, extrude, give me a good home view. This is going to get pushed down minus 12. Cutting it out. And I believe that completes our object. Last thing we want to do is assign material. If we go back to this assignment, it was iron and cast. And what was our volume? 58572. So let's assign material. Cast iron is obviously a metal. Scrolling. Iron, drag it over, close that. I'm going to hit save real quick now that I'm done. And now let's open our properties. 58572, is that exactly what we had over here? Let's go back to our answer key, 58572.413. And if we go back to our drawing, 0.413, we nailed it. So this is what I would take a screenshot of. All right, thank you.